So I picked up another AK pistol. This is another Zastava. This time I picked up the M85 PV. This came from Bud's Gun Shop. They were running a closeout on these for $3.99 with free shipping. Pretty much this is almost identical to the M92 with the exception that it's chambered in 5.56 by 45 millimeter or 223 Remington. Basically in the box you get a cleaning rod that you can't really put anywhere, you probably won't even use. You get one polymer 30 round magazine. It's pretty chintzy. You do sometimes get an open chamber flag there. Take this out of the box. Function-wise, this is pretty much exactly the same as the M92. You have your front and rear locking lugs like on a standard AK magazine. You rock back, lock in, mag release here. Your safety, which just like the M92 is a pain in the ass to disengage and engage because it's so tight. We are clear. The 5.56 versions come with chrome lined barrels. You'll note the threaded adapter is welded on just like the M92, so we'll be cutting that off. One thing to also note is the M85 on top compared to the M92 on the bottom. The M92 has the 1mm thick receiver, whereas the M85 has the bulged 1.5mm receiver. I think it's RPK. You'll notice the positioning of the rivets on the M92 compared to those on the M85. The M92 also has the X and Y stamps on the trigger and hammer pins. Whereas the M85 does not. The handguards are the same. The gas tube is a little longer on the M85. As you can see, there's the M92. There's the M85. Takedown is the exact same. Got your button in the rear here. Push up. Pull your return spring. Pull your carrier out. The M85 has a hollow piston, whereas the M92's was solid. Obviously a much different bolt. Again, like I said, it's kind of hard to see. But the chamber is chrome lined. So is the bore. According to the box date, this M85 was actually built before my M92. When I did tear this apart to look at it, I noticed that the trigger, hammer, and sear were not Tapcos, whereas on the M92 they were. So I do believe this is a Romanian sear. I replaced the sear, the trigger, and the hammer with the Tapco parts that I took out of the M92. I noticed that the M85 has a different shepherd's hook. It latches up here on the support rivet, goes underneath the hammer pin and then over the top of the trigger pin, whereas the M92 had a shepherd's hook that came back here on the safety. I think that's the Chinese shepherd hook. I'm not sure. But it's almost like when they first started building these, they just kind of had a nice big parts bin of random parts that they threw together. Handguards come off exactly the same as the M92. Push the little detent pin in here. Top handguard gas tube comes off. I noticed on my M85 a lot of the electric pen scribe numbers don't match the actual serial number on the gun, whereas on my M92 they were. There's that little infamous flip lever that's a lot harder to move on this M85 to the M92. Other than that, this is pretty much the same gun. So look forward to some more videos with this in it. Next video, I'm going to cut the muzzle nut off and put the crank-off style, I don't know why they call it a muzzle brake, because it's actually just a booster flash hider. Put that on. It came from actually came from Century. Comes with a pin and everything. So, also Buds ran a special for $16.99 on the all metal 30 round mags specifically for these guns, so I picked up a couple. You may want to too, especially at that lower price. So thanks for watching.